My name is Michael Sobey, and our company is Sobey One Home Services, and we do electrical contracting and smart home audio video contracting. We're in Cape Cod, Massachusetts. We started working with four level coach 9 months ago. My biggest fear before starting was it was not not doing it, not being successful. Another big fear of actually, working with you was, is this just going to be some guy on the internet that, you know, I'm a coach, come pay me money, that kind of guy. And, because there's so many of them out there. Uh, Immediately when I heard you on the podcast, I knew it was different. I knew you just seemed different. You seemed like someone I could talk to, and you were just all you wanted to do was help out. And I remember um, my wife, she's really skeptical, and she was the one who came to me and said he seems really cool, and she really. And I knew once she was like that, I was already feeling that way, that we were going to go ahead and do that. You asked me about fears that have gone away. One fear that I would have had I realized it should have been a fear was how much I didn't know. Like I knew I didn't know exactly what to do 100%, but I didn't realize the extent of what I didn't know. And if I had known that beforehand, I would have been a lot, it would have been a lot tougher because I mean, there was a lot I didn't know. After working with you, my biggest fear now is really, are we going to get it? How soon can we get it done? And, am I going to get it done as soon as I want to? And, that's it. Those are, other than that, I don't really have any fears anymore. I mean, every day, I literally am excited to come to work every day. Um, I just can't wait to build what you and I have talked about and worked on over these last 8 or 9 months. My mindset's changed in a lot of ways. Number one, I used to feel guilty when I would work in the office. I felt like not that I would feel, I just felt like I needed to be out in the field more to get more done. And that was a whole big, I mean, I think that was the biggest shift of them all. Like, that's how I grew up. I grew up, the harder you work, the more of a man you were, and, the more successful you'll be. And I mean, I was working my butt off and it just wasn't paying off the way I wanted to. And getting in the office more as we started working together, I was feeling guilty. But then once the results start happening, you can't argue with success. By coming in the office and really also too kind of swallowing your pride a little bit and understanding that there are guys out there that can do the work as good as you or better than you because this is all they're focused on. I mean, that was a huge kind of like, ding, ding, ding. Like, I mean, we're on that hamster wheel. And then now I pulled myself out of the field. I have two different crews. I have one of the biggest things that you showed me was the assistant, getting an assistant in here. Oh, what a difference that made. Everything changed when I brought an assistant in. Everything. The, all of a sudden, it was like you could see what was possible. So much time was freed up. Biggest takeaway from this whole coaching, if someone was on the fence as far as joining the program goes, I would tell them from experience, of my own personal experience, I mean, you have nothing to lose. Um, when you join the program, all of a sudden you start, the tunnel vision opens up and you see the bigger picture and you recognize, and it doesn't take long to realize how little you did have to lose. Not that you should be, not be proud of what you've got yourself to the point where you need help, and that's great. But not getting this help, I mean, I would be on the same hamster wheel right now, a year from now, 10 years from now. I mean, unless something crazy happened, and without talking to people and finding this information out. I mean, it's just, you know, it, it's the smartest, single best decision I've made as an adult that I can remember in my business ever. I would tell someone who feels that they can't afford the program that you can't afford not to. I mean, the first big decision I made with you, I mean, that paid for itself, and then a whole bunch. It was, and there's been several of those moves along the way. It's if you think about it from this, the way I thought about it is, if I don't spend the money, I'm gonna sit here for however many years struggling to find the right way, and eventually I will. But when 10 years, 15 years, 5 years on a good, but to spend the money, it's not like it's unreasonable. It's a reasonable fee, and to be able to spend that money. And by the way, think about how many other things you spend that money on. I mean, you to put it towards this, and to literally shave years and years off of your success. I mean, it's a no-brainer. I mean, it's just a no-brainer. I mean, one of the things I wanted to talk about was, you know, working with Randy has, honestly, it's been a pleasure. I feel like we've developed a friendship. I feel like, um, you forget that this is somebody that, a coach that you've joined, and it just feels like literally I have a friend, Randy, who helps me out, and it really comes across in the way, in everything he does. I mean, I just feel like, and I bet you if you would ask him, he would feel the same way. I feel like you can tell he cares, like he wants you to succeed. It's important. It doesn't really matter. I talked to him on a Sunday and multiple Sundays. I mean, things come up on the weekend, and I reach out to him, and um, I'll text him, you got a second, and 2 seconds later, my phone rings, and these things are, when you're in business, everything seems like so immediate, and I think he understands that. He's been just an amazing guy. Like I said, he's taught me so much. He's been a great friend. I mean, since I've started working with him, my life's improved tremendously, and I feel like I'm on track for real success in my life, and you know that's what else can you ask for? Final thoughts. I would, if you're on the fence about this, you just do it. Just do it. If 3 months from now you feel like it doesn't work, then stop doing it. But what if in 3 months from now your whole life is transformed and you see a whole new story for your business? I mean, I know what it's like to never be able to clock out. You're at home, it's 9 o'clock, the phone rings and you got to take it. You're at the movies with your wife and you got to take it. I can't tell you how many kids' birthdays, parties, and stuff like that I've missed, or had to leave earlier. It doesn't have to be that way. And just because you don't know how to get there, there's other people that do. You call them,